All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tyler. I just ate pizza, excuse me. That's the sandworm. And today we have my Prinsu rack from CBI in. This is what we're gonna use to mount my new light bar that I have as well. That will be a separate video. But before we get started, I'm gonna roll the intro, like and subscribe. Okay, so I went back and forth debating on going to a shop to have them install this because it does require drilling, this and that, yada yada. After watching YouTube videos over and over again and going over the install guide and everything like that, I think this is something I can do myself. The hardest part from what I've seen and talked to other people that have installed these is drilling the first two holes is the hardest part of the whole process. So I went to Lowe's and picked up some, what are they? Some gold plated drill bits, some expensive drill bits. And I'm gonna go the smallest and go up in increments of one drill bit size until I hit the size that we need, which I think is a 3/8. So that's what we're gonna do. I already have this put together, but I'm gonna take some of these crossbars off because I'm doing this by myself to make it lighter and easier to put up there. Also, I want access to the foot mounts. So I'm gonna take off, it looks like I'm gonna take off 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do that and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna try to record the steps, but I really wanna concentrate on this project just because I am drilling into the truck. So if I miss some steps, I apologize. I will link the actual Prinsu video down below if you guys want to do this yourselves because they cover all the steps. But I really want to focus on this project just because it's not that it's hard. It's just that I'm drilling into essentially a brand new truck. So yeah, I want to focus on this and I will check back in at some point to let you guys know where I'm at, but stay tuned. Okay guys, so I got the weather stripping off. I broke the front clip on the driver's side one. So don't do that unless you want to spend 60 bucks from the parts store on a new one, which I did because obviously I want this to go back up there. But that's not gonna stop me. I can still put the roof rack on today because my plan was to cut this up. But that's the back side. I want to show you what these clips look like. So that's the front clip that I broke on the driver's side. This one's still good. So there's these little clips if you work your way down. Eventually, this clip right there is actually going to clip onto this clip right here. And so once you get to the point where you have the weather strip kind of pried up, you can use your plastic pry tool and pretty much split them without breaking. So I didn't break any on the passenger side because I figured out what they look like. Out of all the videos I watched of installing, nobody showed what these clips look like to kind of help you understand how to take them off. So I hope that little bit kind of helps you because 60 bucks for a piece of weather stripping, expensive. But anyways, I have my 7-inch measurement right here somewhere, right there. I'm gonna throw the roof rack up there real quick, make sure the holes align and everything's straight before I start drilling. That way, if it doesn't, look proper, or like let's say my tape measure's off from the factory that made this rack, and maybe it's off from their tape measure they use, whatever the case may be. I want to make sure I'm drilling in the right spot. So I'm gonna throw the roof rack up there real quick, make sure it aligns with my Sharpie mark, drill those holes, put the push nuts in, and then loosely bolt down the rack and get the other holes marked. And these front ones, from what I've heard and read, are gonna be the hardest ones. So that's what we're gonna work on. So stay tuned. Okay, so I got the holes drilled. I got the first 2 plus nuts in with the silicone around it. I'm gonna put a little more silicone around the edge of it right before I actually bolt everything down. But now that I got the first 2 done, and let me tell you, they weren't lying when they said the first 2 were hard. I went through a drill, just one drill bit. I broke one off down in there. I had to dig it out. Luckily I had an extra, because I would say the truck's out of commission because there's open holes in the top. I mean, not that it's wet outside. But anyways, got the first 2 done. Those were definitely, hopefully, the hardest according to people. Now I'm gonna put the roof rack in, bolt it up to the front 2, get it square and everything, and then mark my other holes and then drill it, and I'll check back once I got all those drilled out. All right, guys, checking back in. Got the roof rack all installed. Like I said before, the hardest part were those front holes. I did break the driver's side weather strip, the front clip, so I'm picking one of those up tomorrow and I'll fix this. I kind of just taped it up there. It'll work for now. You will add some double-sided tape to your install, just because when you cut the pieces of the weather stripping, each piece is only going to have 1 clip holding it. So I'm a double-side tape everything. Sorry, I'm winded. This is a workout. But I could be tripping, but when I pulled the weather strip off, they actually give you extra clips that are attached to the strip. So if you break clips, other than the front ones, if you break the front ones, you're screwed. But if you break any of the middle ones, they actually give you 3 extra clips per weather strip, which is honestly smart. But yeah, so don't worry about breaking the middle ones really, but the front ones, you don't want to break the front ones. But anyways, let's hop up in the truck and I'll show you everything. So we've got the roof rack all installed here. You can see my silicone. You'll definitely want to silicone the shit out of this. And these are all just hand tightened, snug. It's not going anywhere. You don't want to tighten it too much and pull your push nuts out. It lines up with your antenna, so you don't got to worry about that. And honestly, this antenna is slightly taller, so that just tells me that my truck will still fit in the garage with this rack on. We'll see once we put the light bar on if that's the case. But yeah, it's sturdy. Definitely not a hard install. Beats paying somebody $500 a shop to install this. This is probably the most in-depth install I've done. Cut my finger there, but it was definitely worth it. Anyways, that's it for this video. Got the roof rack installed, and then check back in for part 2, installing the light bar.